from the desert to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
The day of Al-Quds is not just for the Sunni and the Shia. It is not nor an event for the Muslim Ummah. It is not a Persian holiday, nor only for those of Arab ancestry. It is not a Palestinian Memorial Day to be commemorated annually. It is in fact a just movement based on a pure ideology. It is a leader's vision, finding precedence in the biblical verses of the Exodus mythology. It is a leader demanding the liberation of his people with dignity. The son of Musa, challenging the Pharaoh and his tyranny. It is as if Hussein is shedding light on Yazid's oppression and hypocrisy. Al-Quds is the universal crisis, a true burden of humanity. The oppression of the weak by the very defenders of peace, liberty, and democracy. I feel as if I'm living in the year 1983, bearing witness to the manifestation of the Orwellian prophecy. The very instruments of a liberated and just society turned against it to promote the agenda of the peace. This is not another baseless conspiracy, nor an act of treason or treachery. I am but a simple bard, musing about what I see, a humble poet entertaining you with my craft momentarily. I am not David facing Goliath, nor Dr. King Narchin from Selma to Montgomery. I am not Henry David Thoreau calling for civil disobedience, nor Malcolm X demanding change by any means necessary. I am only a student of peace, writing about Al-Quds for I believe. And my conviction is steadfast that one day we shall all be a member of a just and free society. Labbaik ya Hussein!
Hey, hey, whoa, whoa, the occupation's got to go. Hey, hey,
Whoa, whoa, the occupation's got to go.
hey, hey, whoa, whoa, the occupation's got to go. Hey, hey,
Whoa, whoa, the occupation's got to go.
hey, hey,
Whoa, whoa, the occupation's got to go.
Resistance is justified.
Resistance is justified
When people are occupied.
when people are occupied. So Houstonians and Texans should be proud that you are here today on the last day of the holy month of Ramadan, which is a day for the oppressed of the world. Whether the oppressed are right here in Houston or the oppressed are in the occupied land of Hebron.
Unlike the general ignorance in USA where people just don't know, and we are facing different other crises here, but the rest of the world knows what is happening in the occupied land and what has been done to 3 to 4 generations of Palestinians who have grown up and died in refugee camps.
The Zionist agenda is slow and tactful. Recently, in the November U.S. election, the Israel government took the cover of the election as an opportunity to demolish a Palestinian settlement in the occupied West Bank called Terrorism. Several of the destroyed structures were donated by the European Union and other humanitarian aid agencies. There was little to no press coverage of this event, as mainstream media and news was focused on the spectacle of the U.S. election instead.
Today we stand here in solidarity with the oppressed people of this world to revive the Day of the Oppressed, the Day of Quds, that our late and great Imam Khomeini declared on the last Friday of this holy month of Ramadan.
And I can tell you one incident in 1990, when militancy was at its peak in Kashmir. There were no tourists coming to Kashmir at that time. The only tourists we heard in the news that visited Kashmir was Israelis. And later on we found out they were Israeli spy agents who were guiding the Indian agencies how to crush the movement.
We gather here today because today is Al-Quds, the day of Quds, the day which was announced by the great leader Ayatollah Khomeini Rahmatullah alayh 41 years ago as a day having solidarity with the oppressed people of Palestine, and not only for the oppressed people of Palestine, but all the oppressed people of the world. So we came here to show our solidarity. But why Quds? Why Quds? Why with Palestine? Because this atrocity, you cannot imagine the magnitude of this atrocity ever committed on the earth. For the last almost 70 years,